Hello, today I'm going to show you how to draw a large bloom, inspired by the artist Georgia O'Keeffe, who is really well known for her florals, large canvases, who filled all of the space. I'm going to show you how to draw this, and then you can actually use whatever you want to paint it. So she used to work in oils, acrylics. You can do this in inks, watercolours, whatever you like, but I'm actually going to just show you the flower drawing today. So it's really simple, really straightforward. I've got a square format here. And I've always found the easiest way of drawing a flower is actually to start in the middle. A lot of people think, draw from the outside and work in. I find it much easier to do it the other way around. I'm going to pick my central point. I'm going to draw this reasonably dark, and then I can always lift it before I paint depending on my medium. So I want to keep this really loose, very organic. I don't want to think too much about it. It's not a botanical study, it's a preparation piece ready to paint. So you'll see I'm holding my pencil right at the end. I'm not doing really close detailed lines, I'm keeping it sketched. So right at the end. I've got a really nice 2B pencil, and I've also got to hand a putty rubber, which I find really useful. So I keep these in the box if I can, try and keep them nice and moist, but I can split this into half and you can use this in lots of different ways. I'll just put that to one side. So starting in the middle, nice and loose, I'm going to start to think about some lovely shapes just for the centre. And I want the edges fairly rough. This isn't really based on any flower, it's kind of from my imagination. And I want this to grow as it goes round. So you can see I'm almost using a continual line method where I'm not actually taking my pencil off of the page. And that gives you a much freer, much more expressive drawing. Now I'm putting some smaller ones in, still keeping that pencil, and I'm now still keeping my pencil on the page, bringing the petals out, lots of lovely curves. I want to vary up the shapes. Some longer. And you can see I'm literally just building up this flower, and as I go round, changing the shapes of the petals, longer, shorter. I'm going to go right to the edge here. So when I started, I didn't actually start bang in the middle. I've got this slightly off centre, which is much better composition-wise. So I think this is a really lovely technique if you want to keep your drawings nice and loose, not overthink them too much. It's just to keep your pencil on the paper in this continuous line. I'll make that my last one. So you can see I've got a really lovely full flower. Now what I need to do is add in a little bit. So because these shapes are fairly regular here, where I've got 3 the same, I want to break that up. I'm going to put myself a longer petal in here. This is where my putty rubber is going to come in handy. I'm going to take out some of those lines underneath. And now this looks much more natural, just where I've broken this up very slightly. I'll put another longer one here. Put a slight curve and a point on this one, so that it almost looks like it's curving back on itself. So this is where the detail comes in now, and this is where you need to start thinking a little bit more carefully about where you want to position things. So here, this is quite a large expanse. I'm going to put another sort of pointed one in here. When I come to paint this, of course, I'll put more detail in, more shadowing. Here I've got quite a large one again. I'm imagining that this is growing from underneath these two. I'm going to put that right to the edge, breaking up that space. So when I come to paint, I can always make some alterations, but at the moment, I think this is looking quite well balanced. So here in the middle, I'm going to put some more detail in, and I will do some more when I come to the painting stage. Break that up. So lots of variety in terms of the shape. It's absolutely key. So I'm going to leave it at that. Before I paint, I will prep it. I will take back some of the pencil marks. I might even add a little bit more in. But that essentially is how to draw a nice large bloom ready for painting.